Great. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Thursday, November 21st meeting of the Albany Parking Authority. Let's get right to it. Can I get have the board members have a chance to review the minutes from the last?
Yeah.
I get a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second. Any questions, concerns, additions, deletions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. The minutes are adopted. Moving right along to review of financials.
Thank you, sir. Our business strategies still include continued focus on training and professional growth, as well as focus on increasing garage occupancy. Pursue grant opportunities and for capital improvements and community projects, heated sidewalks, annual repairs and renovations, as well as mural projects. Moving along to the October review, our revenue was at $805,363, with our expenses coming in at $587,450, with an available cash set at $1.3 million for October. Our year-to-date revenue, the percentage of our budget is 96%, which is excellent, with our expenses being 81%, which was expected.
That revenue number was anticipated or surprised?
Yeah, no, it's not a surprise.
No. Okay,
No,
good.
we've been doing well all year.
Yep.
Going through our net income history, again, our revenues are consistent. Expenses were a little higher last year due to a facility repair renovation bond disbursement. But other than that, all else is comparable. And moving on to our parking revenues. Parking revenues were consistent for last month. Daily income increased by 10,000, mostly from meters, which we'll see in a different slide. But also monthly had decreased by 5,000, and event revenue had decreased by 5,000 from month to month, last month to this month.
It's still pretty consistent.
It's still pretty consistent. This month's events picked up quite a bit for us. Our expenses, nothing too exciting to report here. We were below expenses by $30,000. No real rhyme or reason why that is. We're just hovering around our projected expense. And moving on to meter revenue.
Good.
Meters decreased from September to October, though we had one holiday. We did have 5 $12,000 days, which is kind of rare. It just says that we've had some more action downtown. And towards the end of October, we were starting to see some revenue pick up on Mondays, but overall our busiest days were still Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And our meter daily average is reflecting our excess. We were still about $1,000 ahead of our projection for our daily average. So hovering around that $12,000 mark. Over. Excellent. It's kind of showing some pre-pandemic activity.
So starting with Mondays picking up a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure if that's a sign of what's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be permanent. I just feel like the closer to the holidays, more people start coming in because they're going to want time off for holidays and stuff.
Yeah,
so I think we're just trying to jam in a lot of end of year stuff. Monthly and other revenue, again, nothing too exciting here. We've just about met projections within $92, so that's great. And moving on to our daily garage and lot revenue, continue to trend above projections. There was a slight decrease this month, but mostly the decrease was in validations from the Hyatt. They're not using their validations anymore because they started to see a little bit of abuse happening with their validation number. And so they just rather kind of pay ad hoc now, which is fine with us. I mean, we like having the extra money, but
it wasn't legit.
It wasn't legit for them. You're right.
Yeah.
They were paying for it. They found out that they had a problem.
Yeah.
And they decided to get rid of it. Something we warned them about beforehand with using the validations. We suggested that they change the codes, ever so often. They decided not to do that.
As long as it was on them.
Yeah. And a revenue summary, again, meter revenue was, 12% above our forecasted, with our monthly having zero change. Our daily garage and lot revenue with a 23% increase, and our event revenue with 35% increase. And we feel that our event revenue is going to pick up. Like I said, this month and in December, we do have some events coming downtown. I kind of wish Steve Martin and Martin Short were at the MVP and not the Palace, but just, for the volume. But that's supposed to be a big sold out event.
Yep.
And it's only one day. And do we have anything else? We had a few.
There's two sellout shows at the Palace, which is good. It's Martin Short, and then there's a country singer. Actually, there's three. There's a country singer, Whiskey something, and then they have the secret country show at the Palace as well this month, where WCMT, or the country radio station, they have a unannounced artist that performs, and it sells out every year. So it's sold out as well. So we'll have, for each one of those three, we'll have approximately 400 cars in Quackenbush Garage for each one of those.
Great.
Yeah.
So overall, we're ahead of our forecast by 11%. And I don't think we met or been below that number all year. So good. Our debt service investment account activity, we deposited $100,000 in this account in October, then deposited around $90,000 at the end of the month, at the end of October. So we have an invested the total cash, including the $90,000, transfer into a 6-month T-bill. Pretty standard, yes. Your favorite chart? Is it the colors that you like so much?
Just that it drives so high and it's big activity and slow.
Oh,
It's as it should be.
yes. And moving to our short-term account, we deposit $100,000 and invested $300,000 into a 3-month T-bill with this as well. Again, we continue to utilize this account for item monies that will be required to make payments later on in the year, i.e. our meter licensing fee and a few other, right, New York State retirement. And then our long term, there's no real change in our long term. We're, Misty and I, will discuss at the end of the year what we feel, we can put into this account to maintain our 15 to 30% budget goal. But we anticipate being able to put a little more cash in that this year than normal. And then our EV charging account, I believe we have about $3,100 coming into November for this account, and that's pretty much standard for what we've been seeing for the year. We've discussed introducing an idle fee in January, and I believe sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's when I get to my EV charger update, and I'll share that with you. Slow down. Sorry. Yeah. And that's all I have for our presentation. Any
Great.
questions?
It's nice when everything looks consistent and according to plan.
Yeah.
Great. Anybody have any questions?
No, bad.
Okay, let's keep moving.
All right, moving on to our key numbers. Nothing too exciting here. It's basically what I've been talking about all year long. Our maintenance repair budget was a little shy. We did make an adjustment for that in this upcoming budget. So there's no surprise that we'll be going over that amount within the next few months. I don't feel like it's a whole heck of a lot. I really thought that we'd be way over by this time. So I don't anticipate us going over by too much. Our snow expense is right where we want it to be, as well as our insurance expense. Again, we pay this twice a year, and it almost evens out by the end of the year. Other than that, we're on par or above expected in all other categories. Okay, move on to our revenue history, sir.
Please.
Thank you. Moving on to our revenue history, again, just showing that we're having a fantastic year. Our monthly average for all revenue is $592,046. Comparing this to prior years, the only year that we were even close to this number was in 2019, and we've already exceeded that. I do like this report just because it gives us a nice little breakdown of what each facility is doing, including parking meters and our parking lots.
You save the other numbers, 2018
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah, we do have the older rev for this, but for the sake of this and the old eyes of the board, I decided, I'm sorry, the aging eyes of the board, I decided to get rid of some of those years so that we could have larger.
I don't know who he's
You know that in
referring to.
minutes, please.
That's all I have for revenue history, unless the board has any questions.
I mean, the fact that the overall revenue is surpassing the pre-COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a different dynamic. We're used to, our monthlies just being our bread and butter and then meters second. And it seems to be meters and daily parking is now the breadwinner.
That's great, because we had just a minor change with an increase, so that way we can
Yeah.
get there. It wasn't even a stretch.
And Kevin and I are we're in high hopes that next year we're gonna start to see that change and monthly is gonna start coming back. So,
Next year?
Yeah, we've had consistent inquiries about next year from larger
Okay.
businesses. They're just inquiries and, feeling it out right now, but it's more than we've had in 4 years and from larger companies at larger volume.
obviously, it's because
Which is great.
All the anticipated activity.
Yep.
Park and,
Corporations, banks, stuff like that. So not just and apartments and some residential. So it's good to see that
So we
again.
got some positive outlook there.
Oh, good, excellent. Okay, enforcement.
Yeah, Doug is dying for me to get to enforcement numbers,
Yeah.
because Doug has been doing a fantastic job this year. He's $186,000 ahead of where we were last year. Is that right, Doug? I want to get this right.
That is
for you.
correct.
Okay, very proud of that number. So Doug, where do you anticipate us being at year end?
Close to 4.8.
So to give you an idea, last year they ended at 4.4. So,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
Guys, the team's doing a good job.
You have a pretty steady team.
Yeah, I think once we were able to get some increases going, we were able to get a little bit more longevity out of the folks and, then it shows.
Yep,
You know.
yep.
Um,
Nice job.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Communication.
All right, so I'm sure you all have heard about the Deck the Albany event that the Albany Parking Authority is operating. Just to remind everybody, the mayor has tasked me to get some of the other entities to collaborate and to put on a holiday event for 4 Saturdays, starting this weekend and going into the first 2 weeks of December. So Kevin will be out there breathing fire and
Yes.
decorating. So this is going to be held in the Quackenbush Square. We're going to have about 30 or so vendors there. Seriously, we're going to have a fire breather, which is pretty sweet, and several other types of entertainment. I don't know, Kevin, if you want to kind of
Sure.
go into a little bit of detail.
So, yep, it's in the Quackenbush Square and Clinton Market. Each Saturday we'll have approximately 55 vendors plus about half a dozen hot food vendors on top of that. So around 60 something vendors. Outreach and response was overwhelming past what we expected. We got 130 vendor inquiries off of that, and praise to my guys they did a great marketing campaign with boosting ads to get that response out to the people. We've had great communication out throughout social media and some other paid Google ads, which is great. Entertainment wise, yes, on the first 2 dates, we have a pyrotechnics dancer, Opal Raven, who's done other things in the city. Plus it'll just be the fire for the alternative entertainment. It'll be her in the fire dancing performance on Monday, but on the other 3 days, we'll also have aerialists and stilt walkers. Each event will open with a 30-minute caroling show from the Cap Rep performers. Then we have various music in both locations on and off throughout the day, plus a saxophone playing Santa Claus. So that'll be a lot of fun. The Discover Albany is hosting a kids zone with letter writing to Santa. There'll be free hot chocolate at both Discover Albany, and our staff will be manning a free hot chocolate stand at both locations. So that will be there. And hopefully by the end of tomorrow, I will have all the decorations put out.
What's the time? What's the time?
Public time is 11 to 4.
11 to 4.
Yep.
And saxophone Santa's gonna be there on December 13th?
Yep. Every day. He'll be there. No, he will not be there on the 13th. He'll be there the first 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Is he supposed to be someplace else?
Yes. Yep. There was a conflict on the last one. Yes.
Just checking, make
Yep.
sure.
No, you're fine. Yes, we have Santa Claus for the first 3 days.
Is that the-
Santa Claus is in high demand.
That's great.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
so
it says, happy holidays, like, flame dancing. But it's good entertainment. No,
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
I think
No, it's great.
The response is great, and the response speaks well to the
Yep.
fact that they think, the vendors think this is a
Yes.
successful event. The
Yep.
organization, we're doing well, they want to be part of it.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, so this was, also that's important, this was all funded by, Romero's office. This was a grant program that she had with the city. And the city approached us to do this, and with those funds, we were able to do this. As much as it pains me to say, Kevin is doing an amazing job coordinating all this, and, I appreciate his efforts.
And you're putting decorations up, is that what you're saying?
Yes, they're up. So yeah, we've got some more to put out. They are not the easiest thing to assemble and build.
And where,
Quackenbush Square and Clinton Market.
we purchased these
Well, from the funding that we
from the funding,
Yep.
it's part all tied to that.
Yep,
So
every-
So next, you put them away, next year bring them out.
yes, would,
Yeah, but we can reuse them, my point.
Yeah.
yes,
Great.
yes, yep.
Good. Okay. Looking forward to it. I hear there might be a little event today to talk about it.
Yes, yeah,
Great.
and we'll fill you in right after our meeting if you have a little bit of time.
That'll probably be good.
Yeah.
New business.
New business, okay. Our repair and preventative maintenance, so, our general repairs are mostly on schedule. I anticipate some membrane work not being able to be completed, and we'll have to end up doing that in the spring. That's been typical for the past 5-6 years.
What's membrane? Right there?
It's like it's almost like an epoxy that goes down on the concrete, and it stops salt and water from penetrating the concrete and rusting out. Support rebar and post tension cables, etc. It's really expanded the life of the garages over the years. I wish we had done this. I wish we started doing this pre-2005. We probably have a lot less.
The 70s.
Yeah. A lot less concrete repairs. But that's anticipated. Our engineering services RFP. Sorry, is Devin in here? I don't know if I'm forgetting anything with the. I don't think so, right? No, okay. The engineering services RFP. So we went out to bid. We got about 9 or 10 submittals,
That's good.
which was way more than what we anticipated. However, ONS, our current engineer, did come in as the lowest bidder. So we scored this, and we have a resolution for the board to pass.
And you're gonna stick with your same vendor?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're gonna stick with them.
Happy
Yeah.
with them?
Yeah, we've been happy with them. We just wanted to, this was just to go out to bid to see what's out there. Out of the 10, 3 made the cut for the scoring process, but the pricing is really what drove us to the decision. It was significant, so.
Was
Good.
it- Was their bid higher than what they normally charge, or was it sort of still on the same?
O&S,
It was,
yeah.
O&S was similar to what they've been.
I feel like it's been a proper increase, especially with how things have been going. So I think it was only about between 16 and 20,000 more than what they normally charge. But we also have to keep in mind the past 3 years or so, they haven't not increased their price. So
No,
I'm okay with that.
that's good.
Mhm. Any other? So can we move this resolution?
So,
Hold on, engineering services, resolution 25-11-01. Did I get a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Resolution passes. My favorite, public sculpture project.
Oh, public sculpture project. I believe we're still on course for spring, for an RFP for this. I believe we're RFPing for this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. This was the project where we're gonna pour a pad in the soon-to-be dog park on the Hudson Avenue side of Green Hudson Garage. And that's where that sculpture will be placed. And we'll keep you guys posted when we post that RFP.
Okay. That's been on the agenda a couple times, but there's no real action, so.
No, right, it's just keeping it fresh.
Okay, great. The active pass report.
Active pass report. So after a past few months, August, September of a loss, we've had a gain in October of 23 active passes. This looks like an across the board increase. And I'm not sure if this was a corporate or if this was some peppered residential.
It was pepper. We had a lot of flipping happening in the last 2 months due to government things, with passes, people not being paid, canceling their passes, reactivating their passes, stuff like that, turnover. So the last 2 months were a little more drop down, and now a lot of it's just coming back.
So getting us back to where we were.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
and there wasn't a thing where like people canceled and then came back at a higher rate, or this sort of canceling and it was the same.
Some of that happened, not a lot. We do still have our, what we call PIP plans, which are slightly they're undervalued.
Yeah.
Which we don't renew at, and they're aware of this. We tell them straight up, like, if you cancel, like, this rate no longer exists. We're very transparent about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wanna make sure that-
Yeah. Yep.
Great.
Thank you.
Yep.
Meter updates.
Meter updates, the only real update, actually, I don't really have any updates for this. We're gonna look in spring to just to continue our app only program. That's about it for now.
Okay.
EV charger update? Okay. So our EV charger update, overall, it was, we're still hovering around where we're supposed to be. It was just a $30 difference from last year to this year in October. But I'll take the opportunity to talk about our idle fees. So with the team, we discussed what we wanted to do with idle fees, and the goal is really not to destroy the public for overstaying their welcome for charging, but we do want to get a point across that they're not to be idle, that they're not to be plugged in and use the space just to have easier parking in the garage. So the city they have a much more aggressive approach to this. They have a very expensive idle fee. We decided on doing $1 an hour idle fee after an hour grace of being charged. So I don't really anticipate this to be a major problem for the public, because I feel like this is something that happens everywhere. We've looked at other cities, and like I said, a lot of other cities are pretty aggressive with this. So I feel like this is a fair price to start at to see how that goes. Not really looking to make any money on this. We just want to be able to get our feet wet for when EV chargers start to fill up, and we have that.
Do we have any
bit of a problem.
actual data about abuse and use?
Yeah, we do. So there are a few people that, you know, they're overstaying.
Always the case, right?
Yeah,
Always.
yeah. Which is why we looked into it, because we did get a few complaints from a EV charging strong group. They kind of police the spots every now and then. They've been a little slow with the complaints with us lately, but they like to let us know when people are, you know, overstaying. So we used to have an 8-hour max on these where we would just put a note on the car saying, hey, you know, you've overstayed, you know, don't do it again, that kind of thing. But we feel like this will be a little more effective.
So okay, how long does it take to charge a car?
Oh, Terry, would you like to?
So it depends on the car.
Yeah.
And what we saw from January to June, we took from like winter, just so you could see like a wide range. How many cars were parked from after being fully charged? From 1 hour, from up to 1 hour, 1 hour to 2, and then plus 2 hours. And from that, we saw that there were a decent amount of cars from that time from all 3 garages that were idle. So we do have data, and it also, like I said, depends on the car.
So why
if you
didn't we
have-
put the chargers outside
Outside, like,
the garage?
well, for Quackenbush lot, well, we're not able to actually, because DOT doesn't allow us to.
It's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it would make more sense to be outside than inside, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we don't,
Then it's not, then it's,
right, we don't really have the space, we don't have the space to do it.
okay.
Do we get revenue from them charging to park in the parking lot and then whatever they pay? So if we did it outside, we'd lose the parking.
Yeah, but they would have to charge first and then come into the parking
But
lot
they
to
might not
use
do
that.
that.
To use their parking permit, they have to come in the building, so have them charge outside and come in the building. That way they wouldn't stay in the charging spot, they wouldn't overstay the charging spot.
I think they
Well, they're
might
already
still
in the
overstay
garage.
outside,
Well, we don't care.
But then we're losing
So-
the parking.
So
No,
there-
they have to have a parking permit. They have a monthly permit, they drive up,
But our dailies get to come in, they pay to park, and then they have to pay the EV as well, so we get all that sweet.
So it'd be like if we did it outside, it's like they're going to the mall. Like they don't have to come in to park. This way they have to park and then they have to pay, but now they're just overstaying and paying.
okay.
So we're gonna
So
put it
why
in
don't we
that.
just charge them?
What's the,
Why,
It's 25 cents a kilowatt hour right now.
and what was the city's idling fee as to where we settled on?
They were
It
like,
was basically a fine. I think it was like $100.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
that's crazy.
we can't do that.
No.
Well,
So-
I mean, we can do anything we want, but I wouldn't want to do
The
that.
a good chunk of who uses our chargers are monthly pass holders.
Yeah, of course.
And slapping them with a $45 fine
Yeah.
is going to be detrimental to those pass holders.
So we have data, do we have any idea of how many or what percentage? I mean, do we have any way of quantifying the data we have?
I mean, there are a lot of cars from January to June. We have it, yes,
Yeah,
we have
we
it all
have it.
together.
But it's significant enough that
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really said we should do something.
yeah.
I'm okay with what we're doing because we're sending the message,
Yeah.
you know, and then a couple months go by, it goes up a little higher, whatever. it
I
might
feel-
be.
I feel like it's
Are they
fair.
paying discounted for the electricity?
No.
No.
So they're paying market rate are they paying market rate for the electricity?
Well, yes, they're paying market rate and they're paying 8% more than what the market rate is for the electricity, so that we can keep our maintenance program going on the. So just to put it in perspective, 25 cents kilowatt hour is pretty much a common price across the board throughout the state. And beyond.
What do they pay
they're-
when they do it in their garage in Gilderland?
Well, that I don't know.
Whatever. they're-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be interesting to know.
Just gotta pay that for that to be installed.
Yeah,
Based on who, like the data of who we have, sort of what that overage is, do you have a number of kind of, if they continue that with the dollar increase, what that would be over the month? Would it be like close to $45 for the month? Or like, is that in a good place where we're actually, you know, making them move? Like we want them to, as opposed to saying like, oh, it's just gonna cost me $10 this month, I'll just stay.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they could certainly, that's not what my goal is for them.
No, I understand.
Yeah, but I mean, potentially, sure,
It's
yeah.
step one going in that direction.
Right,
really,
right,
Right,
yeah.
so some people will say, okay, and they'll do the right thing, and other people won't.
Yep.
Yeah.
and then we go a little bit further and, you
Gotcha.
know.
I'll be
my guess.
curious to see how, you know, like I said, we'll start on Jan 1 and, Daria's gonna be sending me updates on, you know, see what we're really doing.
Put in perspective, like, there were several cars that like, one was parked for like 24 hours,
Oh, wow.
but it
Right.
wasn't charging. So like, things like that, we noticed on just going, again, from
Right.
January to June, so.
And
It could
also,
have been happening way prior to that, but just
Sure.
from January to June.
They're obviously-
and also I'm trying
I mean, the
to.
guy could have gone to the hospital.
Okay,
That'll
okay.
be
We have-
$23.
So,
Yeah,
so
can
just
we wrap this up?
So just for an end note about this, I'm also, I'm gonna be talking to the city about enforcing these as well. You know, because the only kind of loophole about this is folks that, can take they'll take the plug and make it look like they're charging, but they just kind of have it laying there,
Mhm.
you know? So enforcement currently does have
They
an
said-
option in their handheld to ticket for this. But I just want to talk to the city about it because we would not see that revenue from the ticket money. That ticket money would go to the city, which is fine, but I
Yeah.
just want to make sure that they're aware and okay with that. Because we are not currently enforcing anything EV outside of our facilities, so.
Is there a way to set
Yeah.
the charger so that once the vehicle is fully charged? Like, cause then they're charged like a lot more money, so they don't just, cause they could all just leave it
Right.
plugged in,
Yeah.
right?
Well, so I mean, that's like that's what the idle fee is taken care of.
Right.
Right. So I mean, you know, we can charge anything we want for that. I'm sorry, I guess I just don't understand the question.
No, cause you said that people were just
Leaving the plug.
leaving the,
Oh, yeah.
They're not just leaving it. They're not like, the people, they're not just putting it into their car. Like, it's cars parking, they're putting it on their bumper or putting it in the
Right.
wheel well, so it looks like the cord's off, so they can get a spot. They're not
Oh,
actually,
so it's like.
it's not even connected to
Right.
the car. It's
Oh, I'm
if someone
sorry,
walks,
yes, it's delivered.
if someone walks by, if you don't go around to the front or something, you think the car's charging. But if we look in the front, they've literally like kind of like balanced the charging handle on the front of their car to make it appear as like one of the guys checking the garages that's charging.
Oh,
Right.
that's good for enforcement, then it's.
That's an enforcement thing,
That
yes,
way it's
yeah.
clear, so that way there's not
Oh, yeah.
sort of like,
Yep.
well, I thought it was charging.
Right.
It wasn't.
Yep.
Right. When we were talking about this, we thought of loopholes and we're like, all right, that's definitely.
Yeah, I have pictures of that.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
you know, maybe that's,
Mhm.
maybe that's tow truck, but, you know.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm sorry. That's just
Yeah.
Flat out.
Mhm.
Anyway, okay, thank you.
Sure.
Great discussion. Can we-
Popular subject.
Great. Grant updates.
Grant updates, we're still,
ESD, once again, we're still waiting for payment.
we're
Still, getting your
still,
report for you.
thank you.
So we in touch with, are we in touch with,
We are.
Pat Fahey's office or somebody at this point?
No, we're still on track to receive this money in, the first quarter of 26. So we just got in contact with, ESD.
So April 1,
Yeah.
is the end of, so April 2nd, we'll be in contact with Pat Fahey's office.
I hope not, but
But we will be. Yes,
I'm trying to stay optimistic.
we will be.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
we will
thank
be.
you.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
We will be.
I mean, that's the whole, that's
Why
how
are
it
we
works.
waiting? Why don't we just get?
Well,
We're in conversations.
We're, you know, yeah, it's not like they're just, you know, ghosting us. We're talking to them. They realize that we're frustrated. They're, you know, they've had a lot of changeover in the office or turnover in the office and,
I'm just sorry.
yeah, so
Okay.
we're back on track. It's just, you know,
Just sorry, it's just not doing it.
no, it's not acceptable.
It's been what, 2 years?
I feel like it's been 2 years, yeah.
Yeah,
Close to it?
2023.
Yeah, and the original was supposed to be, 18 months was supposed to be the turnaround time, so,
Okay,
okay,
does anybody have any unfinished business to bring forward?
I do not.
I have a couple of questions before. I don't see a need to go into executive session, but before we adjourn, I do have a couple of questions. Any news on our potential new board member?
I have not
Moving
heard
forward.
anything. I haven't heard anything yet.
Doesn't she need to put a letter in before?
I believe she had to put a letter in and we were supposed to know something by the first of the year. I thought that's what she said, January.
Well, she's supposed to put something in if they don't take any action. It's
Beforehand.
automatic.
Right, okay.
Can we follow up?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Make sure that happens. I heard permit parking was expanded.
Yeah.
Yes, it
That
is.
passed.
Yeah, I have a meeting scheduled with the clerk's office, Bill Trudeau and Doug, the first week of December to discuss, how that's going to go.
Seems like a significant expansion.
It does, in certain parts it does.
Can't hear you, I'm sorry.
Around 800 spaces.
Yeah. Okay.
I think mostly it affects a lot of the Sheridan Hollow area, because I've already gotten a call from their
Park South.
neighborhood association. Yeah.
So does this, you know, create any kind of a hardship for us? Is this a bear to, not really?
No, this is
Okay.
business as usual for us.
Okay.
It's just our guys having to get used to the expanded zone, but they're all in the same zone, so it's,
Yeah.
you know.
And I also heard that the city council amended the inclusionary zoning to have a buyout for developers. So they're starting to move to soften that up a bit. So we should be paying attention to where that goes.
Yeah.
It's a place, because that is tied to the next thing, the 200 million or 400 million, whatever we're calling it downtown. I mean, this is ahead of that, of the pressure to make that, because they're not going to be able to develop or build the existing. But have we had been in any meetings or any discussions around?
No,
Lately?
just the usual,
Just the usual,
meetings that ESD is having,
Nothing.
but nothing. They've released a few, scenarios that are up for table discussions, but other than that, there hasn't been any.
What about the change in administration coming along? Anything? Nothing yet. Still too
Nothing yet.
soon.
Yeah.
Yep. So, the convention center is tearing down that building, the backside of the building, and you all are aware of all that. It seems to be a little chaotic. The garage that I park in, you know, they're always maxed out. Those poor guys stand out there, Bill and Martin, I know them by name because they're out there all the time. You know, asking, you know, are you monthly? Because the garage is always full, and they're always asking if you are leaving for the day so they can free up spots. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like they're really up against it.
Yeah.
I don't, every time they have an event, it doesn't seem like they have enough garage parking to begin with up there, no matter what they're doing, let alone this project that's got these couple of blocks completely closed off. So I was just wondering if we have any discussions or with those folks, or see what's going on, paying attention. It just seems like,
Which garage are you in? The county
The,
MVP?
no, the convention
Cap
center.
center.
Oh, the one like under the cap center?
no. The one, between the Cap Center and
Oh,
State
near the
Street.
parking
Oh, right on
lot.
Island.
Oh, the Renaissance garage?
Yeah.
Okay. Not with them. We are listed on as a parking location with a map on Cap Center site. I do have constant communications with Sean and Bob Belber. We are their secondary recommended after their garage where they send their parkers to us.
But I'm not wrong in saying it's.
Yes.
They're constantly under the.
Oh,
with that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And this project took two lots on that street off the market.
Yeah, plus just the general, you know, now it's even tighter to get around.
Yes.
Now it's even more of a deterrent
Yeah.
to even trying to go over there and park right
Yeah.
like that. So just curious, it just seems like it's unsustainable, and we get a couple of snowstorms, it's really gonna be crazy.
Yes.
over there, I would think, and I don't know, well, we don't have any parking facilities there, we don't have anything there, but just, you know, I just see it every day going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, I just wanted to bring that up, to see if I was paying attention.
Yep.
Those are the things that I had that I wanted to bring up.
Sir, I do have 2 items for executive session.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize
That's
that.
okay.
So can I get a motion to go into an executive session for which letter, Alan?
I believe we're going in for F.
Medical, financial credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation or matter, leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. So moved.
Thank you, second? Second. Great, we're in executive session. Meeting. We're out of executive session and back into our standard meeting. Does anybody have any additional business that needs to come before the board this morning?
No, and no action was taken.
No action was taken in executive session. Thank you very much. It is a team effort. Could I then get a motion to adjourn, please?
So,
Second,
second.
all in favor? Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Nice job.